What have we learned today in this episode, guys? This girl's an ass. This girl's an ass. This girl is a total ass. How's it going, guys? It's me, the Domotaku, and we gotta talk about ReZero, man. Like, come on, this is getting too repetitive in the sense that I want some good shit to happen. Like, please, Subaru, or please, someone, like, spare Subaru for, like, he's gone through so much shit, and he's going through all the shits this episode. For one, because he finally returned after that, he finally has some sense in himself to act upon himself and try to change this outcome, even though it seems nearly impossible. He tries to rely on the help of the other candidates who I do not know their names. Krush, someone, and I don't know the rest of the names. But he tries to recruit the help of the other candidates. There's also Felt, but we don't see her in this episode. And to try and get their help in order to defeat the witches cult that are just going to attack the mansion and village in 3 days. So he has a timeline. He has a date to actually go and save them. That's good to know, alright? But then, things don't really go Subaru's way at all this whole series and just this episode in general. Because for one, he tries to ask Krush-san for help, gets rejected. He asks this asshole girl for help, gets beat the shit out of and thrown out of the castle and rejected. Asks this girl for help, and doesn't technically ask her for help, but gets her help in a manipulative sort of way because she's evil, and that's about it. And then the ending of this episode, don't even get me started with that, because I don't know what the frick happened, but I'm assuming that Subaru died at the end of this episode, because what the hell was that? So yeah, like, I don't know. But one of the things this episode does sort of foretell is these asshole candidates and their advice to Subaru, because for one, it's really interesting how he meets all of them and they give him some sort of advice to an extent. Because for one, he goes talk to Krush-san and says, oh, please lend me your help, and it's like, you know what, no, I'm not gonna help you. I know you're not lying, but you really seem you're only doing this for revenge, and I'll admit that, because you, for one, have not said that you yourself want to save Amelia. You're doing this all because of hate and revenge and vengeance and whatnot. And that's kind of true, because for one, Subaru just badass shit crazy, just like yelling at us like, please help me, let's kill these witch cultists and save Amelia. But then, in fact, he doesn't really he never did say he wants to save Amelia, and in the outside he does really look like he's just going out there for blood and for revenge and whatnot, right? So it's like, he realized that himself, is like, and he sort of does realize himself about him, like his own intentions and whatnot. And then he goes to this girl for help and just like, oh, I need your help, please. And then she's like, oh, you want my help? Then you better kiss my foot. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're really going through this. And then eventually she talks about like how his thing is like, he's all greed and whatnot, like the greed of a pig, and how all he does is want, but he really doesn't return, something like that. And then it goes to this girl, the manipulative one, where he's like telling him, like, if you want to negotiate with someone, you need to go and you need to dangle what they want in their face and make them accept your terms and whatnot. And it's like, what the frick? These girls are evil as shit. Screw all these girls. Amelia or Felt will win, because Felt can change the whole system and whatnot. But yeah, he gets rejected by all of them, and then he gets some sort of help from this candidate about like a dragon carriage that could take him and Ram back to the mansion in a day or so, right? Interestingly enough, on the way there, he meets Otto, who the guy who gave him the ride last time, before he died. And then he had a plan, and I, for one, was 100% certain that this plan would work. He had a plan to have all these merchants and Otto, and he paid them all to buy their oil, but also exchange their carts to evacuate the city and the town and the village near the mansion. And I was like, oh my goodness, that is a genius plan. That is perfectly genius. I did not expect this to happen. So they're all riding towards the mansion, right? Like on their way towards the night. And it's like, oh, we're gonna make it there in the morning, and then like, okay, yeah, so we can actually save them. And then Subaru happens to see some kind of giant ass monster by the giant tree, and that's where the episode ends. It's like, what the fuck? That's really it. So I'm assuming that for one, Subaru died, or Subaru will fail this lifetime or this plan, and he has to redo again and talk to these asshole girls much more efficiently and better. For one, with all the new found knowledge and learning that he has gotten from them, like, oh, you know, you're doing this out of revenge and hate. You never once said you have to you want to save Amelia yourself. Greedy pig. And then, you know, you want to negotiate with someone, you gotta get what they're, you gotta talk for, you gotta make them, you gotta persuade them and give them what they want, and you know, like, manipulate them in a sense. And then we also learn where everyone else is in the freaking what you call it, in this time of wherever the frick is going on. Roswell is away, and Reinhardt's away, and Subaru was just pissed the fuck. I was like, why is everyone so useless? And you know, it's not everyone is useless. It's just that this timing and circumstance is just so different from his previous encounters, like the first one with saving Amelia and Elise. What the frick is the Disney princess name? Elsa, yeah, that girl. And then with Rem and the mansion arc and whatnot. This is a whole new different thing. And for some reason, Subaru never gets to get a break. Ever, you know. I thought that for once he actually came up with a good plan to evacuate the city with those carriages, and no, a freaking monster came out and destroyed him, or their carriages. So that's all I can say, go. So what is it, 16? So there's 24 left. See, there's, wait, what was it, 24? So there's 8 episodes left. I have no clue if this is gonna be the final arc, but if you guys see the new like image for this whole arc, like the visual, man, shit gets serious. He's holding Rem in his arms, and like, you know, Rem, I gotta say once more again, just Rem, best girl in the series. For one, because she's just sticking with Subaru's shit, and she's just the supportive one. She trusts him so much. Forget Amelia, and you know, Rem doesn't give a crap about what anyone says about Subaru. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna help this guy. I don't give a crap. I like him. That's it. You know, it's like she's so devoted, and she's amazing for what she's making. So yes, that's about it for my review of episode 16 of whatchamacallit, ReZero, living life in another world of zero or whatnot. But you know, this was a pretty big episode, and I thought that things could actually change this episode after Subaru started to take action, but I guess we're gonna postpone that a little bit more. So anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you enjoyed. Like the video if you hate these freaking girls, because they're total dicks and they're freaking evil. Amelia for the win, or Felt for the candidacy. And you know, if you, what do you guys think about this whole situation that Subaru's in? You know, because Subaru, for one, like, I can imagine, you know, Subaru in the right, because after all that shit he's been through and Rem dying like the 4th time or something like that, you know, I wouldn't be surprised that he's out for blood and revenge or vengeance and whatnot. But you know, the main goal here is to save Amelia. That is technically the main goal here of this arc, or what he would usually do, you know, per se. But you know, it's gonna be a hard time to get help, and he's put in a very impossible situation at this time and circumstance. So you know, it's gonna, I can't, well, you know, I had faith when he had those market people try to help him to evacuate the city, so I'm thinking that Subaru can come up with a plan with all this newfound knowledge and whatnot. So anyways, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video on Don't Talk Anime Channel. Like the video if you enjoyed this episode, like the video, or subscribe, because next week we'll see if Subaru succeeds in this freaking attempt of whateverness and shit that goes on in this episode, in this arc and whatnot. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So I'll see you guys on the next video on the Don't Talk Anime Channel. Take care, guys, and matane.